Good morning, class.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, so in the previous class, we have completed 4 properties of this topic logarithms. We'll continue with this. Fifth one. This is called base changing theorem. Okay, next one is base changing theorem. Let us try to understand the result first. Log a to the base b. This can be written as log a upon log b. Okay, log a to the base b can be written as log a upon log b, but obviously there should be some base. But this base should be same in numerator and denominator. And the conditions are, first of all, look at a. A is in front of log, it should be positive. B is in front of log as well as it is base on the left hand side. Same is for C, it is base, so positive and not equal to 1. So if you remember those properties, if you remember the concept of log, that only the log of positive number can be taken, and it can be taken only on the positive base, and base should not be 1. Based on that, you can remember these conditions. However, what is the result? If you have log a to the base b, you can write it as log a upon log b, and you can give a new base of your choice. You can give a new base of your choice, but it should be same in both. Now, for example, if I ask you, let us start with the simple question first. For example, 16 and let's say 4. Okay, log 16 to the base 4. Suppose this is the question. Now you all know its answer is 2, right? What should be the power of 4 so that answer is 16? 2 will be the answer. But right now I am explaining you the concept of base changing theorem. So first of all, I will write this as log 16 upon log 4. Okay, and now I would like to introduce a base of my choice, but it should be same in both. Now base should be such that it helps us in solving the question. Okay, you cannot take any random base, though you are free to choose the base, but it should help you in solving the question, right? So if I take base as 2 here, in the denominator you will get 2. Why? What should be the power of 2 so that we get 4? 2 will be the answer. 2 square is 4. Similarly, what should be power of 2 so that we get 16? You all know that 2 to the power 4 is 16, correct? What do you observe? You are getting the same answer. Obviously, you will get the same answer. Okay. So like this, we apply the base changing theorem according to the requirement. Now you may say, sir, what was the advantage? I could simply find log 16 base 4. Why I need to do this? Yes, that is correct. So this was the example how we have to use base changing theorem. But actually you will realize its importance when I will give you this kind of question. Now directly calculating may not be easy. What should be the power of 25 so that we get 125? Some of you will say 5 because you do the multiplication. It's not multiplication, it is what is the power of this so that we get 125, correct? Now if I have to solve this question, and because I am not getting the answer directly, so what I will do, I will use base changing theorem, and I will try to give a base to it. Write in the comment section what base you will select. Write in the comment section only and tell me what will be the base that you will select here. Very good. Absolutely correct. You will take the base as 5. Good. So when you take the base as 5, now calculation becomes very easy, right? What will be the numerator? 3. What should be the power of 5? So that answer is 125, right? What is the denominator? 2. See? 3 by 2. And if you remember, this was one of the examples of the first class of logarithm. That time we calculated by the definition. Okay, right now we are solving this as base changing theorem. I hope this is clear. However, do not take such a base which increases your problem. Like for example, this is the question. Now you know that 5 is the suitable base, right? Now you create problem for yourself and unnecessary give a base that is in no way related to the question. Though it is correct, base changing theorem is correct, okay? But you can only imagine what should be the power of 7 so that we get 25. So such kind of base or selection of base will create problem, okay? So selecting a correct base is important, okay? Now based on whatever we have studied till now, that is till property 5, I am going to give you a question. If you remember, there was a property related to plus log m, that is log m into n. Then that minus property where numbers come in division, log m by n. Then that power property, log of m to the power n times of log m. Then a to the power log n base is n, remember? And this is the fifth property. So I am giving you a question. Solve it and give the answer in the comment section. Value means numerical value, some number, and this is the question. Whatever I have taught you till now, that is till property 5, anything can be used. Try this and tell me what is the value that you'll get. Very good. 1 is absolutely correct answer. Wonderful. Let us look at the solution. See, first of all, you cannot directly subtract these two logarithms. Why? Because there is a property that log n base a minus log n base a, correct? M by n base a, something like this, remember? We cannot use this property here. Why? Because the bases are different in both 2 and 8. Also, can I find their individual value directly? No. What should be power of 10? 2 so that we get 10. Not possible. What is power of 8 so that we get 25? Not related. So, when I said bases are not same, so one thing came in my mind. Can I make the bases same or can I try to make the base same? So for that I used base changing theorem. In the second one, I have written log 125 upon log 8 and I have taken base 2 because it is present in the first term. Okay. Now I am copying it as it is, and because of this base changing theorem, I can write the denominator as 3. Why? Direct value. What should be power of 2 so that answer is 8. Okay. Now next step. 125, you know 125 can be written as 5 cube. Correct? It can be written as 5 cube. Properties of log. And this 3 can be written here, right? Power property. Which one? Log a m to the power n is n log. This one. And here I have used base changing theorem from here to here. Base changing theorem. Fine. Next I will get the answer. Why? Because 3 is present in numerator and denominator, it will get cancelled and you will get this. Now can you subtract? Can you use this property? Yes. Why? Because the bases are same. So what will be the result? This log 2 base 2. 1 is the answer. What should be the power of 2 so that we get 2? Obviously 1. Like this we solve. Like this we solve question which is based on more than one property. Anyone having any doubt, please ask. In any step if you have any difficulty.
So could you explain about this step? I didn't
Which
understand.
any particular step?
Yes, so from the second step I didn't get it.
Second step. See, this is the answer. What is the power of 2 so that we get 8? 3, because 2 cube is 8, right?
Yes.
Then I have not done any change in the first term. I'm simply copying it, log 10 base 2, log 10 base 2. So everything is done in second term only. First is base changing theorem. Then after that I have written denominator. What should be power of 2 so that we get 8? That is why denominator is 3 in the second step. Then in the third step, in place of 125 I am writing 5 cube. Okay. You know that 125 can be written as 5 cube.
Yes.
Then from here to here, that is second last step here, I can write 3 in front of log. Why? See this property in the box. Power can be written in front, right?
Yes.
Then next step this will be cancelled, correct?
Yes.
And then from here to here, you will use this property of minus. Log m minus log n, correct?
So here I didn't get. Okay, yes, so yeah.
This is property number 2. We have learned 4 properties in the previous class, correct? So use
Yes.
this property, no, this one. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So because of that, because of that you will get log 2 base 2 and that value will be 1 by the definition. Okay. Understood?
Yes, understood.
All right. Okay, let us take another question. find the value of log 3 base 2. This decimal, this is not decimal, this is multiplication. Okay, log 4 base 3, then again multiplication, log 5 base 4, then again multiplication, log 6 base 5, then again multiplication, and this process goes on till there is one term here, log 64 base 63. You have to find the value of this expression. These dots represent multiplication. Okay, log 3 base 2 into log 4 base 3 into log 5 base 4, like that it is written. Write in the comment section what answer you are getting. Yes, Warren, your question is correct. You can do that also. Log 10 base 2 can be written as log 1000 base 8. Correct. You can go for it. And about this answer, Anant and Tel, your answers are correct. 6 is the correct answer. Let us solve this. Base changing theorem will be used. See, log 3 base 2 can be written like this. Now you will say, sir, we will have to take some base. I will take it. Log 4 upon log 3. Again some base is required. We will take it. Log 5 upon log 4. Base. Log 6 upon log 5. Base. And this goes on and here. See, in all of these terms I have not taken any base till now, right? But I am free to take same base in numerator and denominator. In fact, I can take that same base in all of these terms. Suppose if you want, you can take base 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, whatever you feel like. Suppose I take base 2 here. Everywhere I am taking base 2. Okay, because it should be same in numerator and denominator. You can take base as 3 also, 4 also. That will not create any problem. Why? You will come to know. Once I write it like this, you know what will happen? Terms will start getting cancelled. How? This will be cancelled with this term. Numerator and denominator, you can see the numerator of first is same as denominator of second, and they are present in multiplication. Similarly, this will be cancelled. Similarly, this will be cancelled, and this process will go on. If you understand the pattern, how things are getting cancelled, okay, then you will be able to recognize the terms which will remain after all this calculation. Denominator of first term will remain because it is not getting cancelled. Log 2 base 2, and you try to understand this pattern, the way terms are getting cancelled. So what will remain? The last term, numerator of the last term, that will remain, that will not be getting cancelled. Rest all the terms will be cancelled, because see, this after this multiplication I have written so on to. Now it is not possible for me to write all those terms, it will take a lot of time, so we have to understand the pattern. Okay, and pattern says that, now like what about this log 6 base 2, this will be cancelled with the next term which will be present here. Okay, now you should understand we cannot write all these terms. What about this will be cancelled with the previous term which I will write here. Okay, so like this all the terms will be cancelled, this will remain. Now you can write it directly also, or you could have done some other changes and then write denominator log 2 base 2 is 1, correct, and numerator what should be power of 2 so that we get 64. You can write 6, or you can use some other properties of power and all, and then you can get the answer 6. So 6 is the final answer. Simple base changing theorem. I am giving you one question, as I am telling you now any property can be used. Okay, any property can be used. So based on that I am giving you one question. Let me see who gives the correct answer. How much you are following whatever I have taught you, how much you are following. Let's see. Yes, anyone having any problem, any doubt? If there is no doubt, you can proceed with the question. Some equation is given, okay, and you have to solve this equation and tell me the solution. Let me see who gives the correct answer. Give the answer there only, comment section.
So I'm not able to type my answer.
Sorry, not able to write the answer.
No, it's the screen not coming up. It's not allowing me to type.
Okay, can you see the screen, whatever question I have written?
Yes, I can see the screen.
All right, no problem. Then you just try it in your copy and see if your answer was correct. No issues. Okay, there may be network problem. After checking your answers, I can only say that I have not got the correct answer till now. You are missing on one point actually. Now you have understood. Yes, answer cannot be negative, x cannot be negative. So what is the final answer? No, Gitesh, 3 won't be coming. No, when you're solving, you're not getting 3, right? What is the final answer? When you're solving, x is -3, but then you must be doing something, right? That is why you are saying that answer cannot be negative, or according to the formula n is positive, Anushka, right? So what is the final conclusion? What is the answer of this question? Yes, Anant, no solution. Because see, question seems easy, right? This you can directly write as x. Why it is so? Property number 4, a to the power log n base a is n. But do you remember when this thing? Conditions are equally important. So when you will solve now, you will get x as -3, correct? But is this thing the final answer? Answer is no solution. Why? Because we reject this. Why we reject? Because when you will put it here, why you will put, always check the answer, verify the answer. Where you will verify? In the question itself, whatever is given in the question, there you will verify. So what do you observe? That this x, which is -3, it will come in front of log, and hence this thing will become undefined or not possible. So only one value was coming, but when we kept that value in the equation, okay, the original equation, it got rejected. So final answer is no solution. Now based on this base changing theorem, we have another result. This is sixth formula, also called reciprocal theorem. What is this result? They say that log a to the base b can be written as 1 upon log b to the base a. Note the difference. When you write from left to right, what happens? In the left hand side, log is in front of, sorry, a is in front of log and b is the base. And what is happening in the right hand side? B is in front of log and a is the base. But it is coming in 1 upon, because this is reciprocal theorem or reciprocal result. For example, if we find this value and if we find this value, then both will come same. You know why? Why they will be equal? Because log 4 base 2, you already know it is 2, correct? What should be power of 2? So that answer is 4, 2. What about this one? Who can tell me what should be power of 4 so that we get 2? Who can speak up and tell me this answer? What is power of 4 so that we get 2?
So half.
Yes, half. What is power of 4 so that we get 2? 2 is square root of 4. 2 is square root of 4. So what you get here? 1 upon half is 2. So you can say these two values are same. This formula is correct. Okay. Reciprocal theorem. So let us solve one question. As I am constantly repeating, the properties that I have already taught you, they will be used, obviously. They can also be used in any question now. So I'm giving you one question, just try this. Find the value of one upon log try this question and tell me what is the value. Yes, anyone got the answer? Let me check. Yes, correct. 2 is the correct answer. Good. So this is based on application of two properties. First is like this reciprocal theorem. What you can write in place of this first term? See, whenever you see log in denominator, okay, any term of log in denominator, what you can do, you can write it as log AB to the base ABC. Understood? How? Using this property of reciprocal result. You can see the positions are interchange and this reciprocal is not there now. Similarly, what you can write for the middle term, BC and base ABC. And what about the last term, log CA base ABC, right? So now you get rid of this 1 upon thing, that means fractional thing, okay? And you have these three logarithms and you are supposed to add them. And what is another important thing? That I can add them. Why? Because the base is same in all three. And if you remember that general result, that if you want to add more than 2 logarithms, you can do so provided the base is same. And what will happen? All these numbers will come in multiplication. So what is this value now? This value becomes a square square c square. Okay, you can see a is multiplied itself 2 times, then b and c. This can be written as abc whole square, and finally 2 times of log abc base abc. Correct? When you multiply, you will get 2 as the answer. Power from here to here, that power property, that power can be written in front of log. And finally log abc to the base abc. So what should be the power of abc so that the value is abc? Obviously 1. Any number raised to power 1 is the number itself. Simple. Okay, so this way we solve. So in fact 3 properties are used here. How good this question is. We have used 3 properties. Which one? Here we have used reciprocal, then here addition property, and here we have used that power property where power comes in multiplication. Correct? So you are understanding the topic because you are giving the answers. That's great. Let's take the next question. Find the value. 1 upon log 2 base 3 plus 2 upon log 4 base 9 minus 3 upon log 8 base 27. Try this now. चलो तो ठीक है, हम पढ़ लेते बताता हूँ। Zero. Zero is also correct. Good. See, first of all, we will remove these logarithms in denominator. Okay. So use the reciprocal result. This can be written as log 3 base 2. Next one, this is 2. But think about 1 upon log 4. Okay. So this will be 2 into log 9 base 4. Correct. And similarly, this is 3 upon something. So upon can be written as log 8 base 27. This can be written as log 27 base 8. Correct. Reciprocal theorem is used here. Reciprocal theorem. Now after this, now we are not able to add or subtract them. Why? Because bases are different. One is having base 2, other is having base 4, then base 8. So what we will do, we will try to change every term in terms of same base. So if you see the bases are 2, 4 and 8. So it is okay. Here we can base 2 in same terms. Base changing here. Again we can take base 2. Because there is base 2 in this first term, that is why. Now 2, 4 and 8, they all are related to 2, that is why. So base changing theorem. Now in the next step, I will give answers of the denominators here. What is log 4 base 2? Log 4 base 2 is 2. What should be power of 2 so that we get 4? Similarly, this one will be 3. Correct? These terms, this gets cancelled, this gets cancelled. So what is left? Log 3 base 2 plus log 9 base 2 minus log 27 base 2. Add first two using property of addition. First result, this one. What you get? 27 base 2, 27 base 2. Same kind of terms are present with the opposite sign. Here will be the answer. See this. Any doubt, please ask. No doubt. Okay. Another question. Find value of base 3 uh, 36 minus log 4 base 3 by log 3 base 108. Find the value. Every you are getting some value like 0, 1, 2, right? Like this. So value means some number. Yes, someone has given the answer. What about anyone else? Value. Okay, one of you just confirm. Rudra, am I audible?
Yes, sir. Now you're audible.
Okay. Yeah, so what about the answer? Solvent 2. Let us try to understand. You time to solve. Okay. If I won't be audible, no, you won't be able to see the screen as well. So I was not saying anything. Anyways, let's solve this question. So first thing, now how to start this question. So first thing that I will do, I will remove these logarithms in denominator. So this is an upon, this will come in multiplication, and you can see that the positions of 3 and 36 change because that is reciprocal theorem. Similarly, log 4 base 3, and this can be written as log 108 base 3. Fine. Now actually it is important that you use the properties correctly. For example, if you have written this in this is wrong because there is no property as such. Okay. Then how to solve the question? Also, you cannot write it like this. There is no property like this also. You may be thinking that there is minus, so this will come in division, but you should understand that there are two logarithms. How can you use the property? Okay, this is also not correct. Now let us try to get the value by simplifying this question further. What I am going to do, listen carefully.
Excuse me, sir.
I am going to write this. Yes.
Sir, your screen is stuck. We are unable to see what you're sharing.
Is it lagging or is it stuck? What is the
It's
problem?
stuck, sir. We can't
Sir, it's
see
stuck.
Yeah,
what
it's tough.
goes on.
Wait a minute. Can you see now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now what we are doing, if we cannot use those properties, okay, because there are two logarithms in multiplication, so how can we use any property of minus or anything, right? So then what we can do, we can simplify this term, correct? We can simplify this term, and how we are going to do? First of all, we are going to do the prime factorization of the numbers like 12, 36, 4 and 108. So prime factorization of 12 is 2 into 2 into 3, then 36, this is 2 into 2 into 3 into 3, correct? This is 2 into 2, and next one, this is 108, so it will be this is the prime factorization. Okay, now what to do after this? Use that generalized property of log. How? What you can write in place of first term, log 2 base 3 plus log 2 base 3 plus log 3 base 3. Remember, this is by the generalized result of addition. Similarly, what you can write in place of this term, log 2 base 3 plus log 2 base 3, then log 3 base 3, then log 3 base 3. I hope you are understanding. Then minus, repeat this here, log 2 base 3 plus log 2 base 3, this is from this bracket, and finally the last one, there will be 5 terms. You will say, sir, this question is getting lengthy. No, you'll get the answer. Log 2 base 3, log 2 base 3, and then log 3 base 3. How many times? 3 times. Now what you observe, that you are only having two terms, two type of terms. Now in the whole question you are having only two type of terms. Either you are having log 2 base 3 or you are having log 3 base 3. Now let us do one thing. Let us write log 2 base 3 as a for some time. Okay, just for the simplification purpose, again I will put the value. Okay, and log 3 base 3, this I need not to put anything because this is 1. Fine, let us put these values here, and when I will simplify, I will put the value of a again as log 2 base 3, and log 3 base 3 is 1 by the definition. Let us write it. So the first term will be 2a plus 1, because log 2 base 3 is a, so a plus 1, that is 2a plus 1. Similarly, next term is a plus a 2a, and 1 and 1 2. Now next term is a plus a, that is 2a, and similarly the last term is a plus a, that is 2a, and log 3 base 3, 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 3. Simplify this. How you will simplify? Multiply 2a into 2a, 4a square, then 2 into 2, 4a, then 2a, then 2 minus 2 into 2a, 4a square, and 2 into 3, 6a with negative sign. What is the answer? 2. Why? This gets cancelled. What else? This gets cancelled. What is left? 2 is left. Now actually what is happening, I am not required to put this value of a here. Why? Because answer is not coming in terms of a, or I should say answer is not coming in terms of log 2 base 3. Answer is simply 2. So either you write log 2 base 3, you do not take a, suppose you are not taking it as a, you copy log 2 base 3 every time, then that term will get cancelled. But you write it a, so it becomes little bit easy to write and multiply. And finally a is not coming in the final answer. That is your value. So I hope this is clear. Anyone having any doubt?
Yes, sir. So can you please explain the previous sum?
Previous sum?
Yes, sir. So your
What happened
screen
in the
is
previous
lagging,
sum?
sir.
Which step? Any particular step in the previous sum? Because it is
Yes,
based
sir.
on, yes,
After the
which one?
second step.
This one, there's a step.
Yes, sir.
This is base changing theorem, no? What I have done, see, log
Yes, sir.
4
After that.
base. After that, see, you need to write these values, no? What is log 4 base 2? You get this value by the definition. What is power of 2 so that we get 4? 2 is the answer. What about log 8 base 2? What is power of 2 so that we get 8? 3 is the answer. So you put these values 2 and 3 and they are getting cancelled. Correct? Because 2 is there in the numerator and these brackets, they are having value 2 and 3. So in the next step, you are cancelling 2 and 3 from numerator and denominator. Then you come to this step and here you apply the rule of addition. After that you apply the rule of addition, correct? And it comes out to be log 27 base 2. Fine?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Okay, so there is one question in which you have to prove it. So prove that 7 to the power log 5 base 3 is equal to 5 to the power log 7 base 3. Try to prove this question. 7 to the power log 5 base 3 equals 5 to the power log 7 base 3. It's done, Anand? Okay. Anand, can you explain your answer? Can you speak up and tell me what exactly you have done? What are the properties that you have used?
Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure. Please tell.
Yeah, okay.
So you started with LHS or RHS? What was your process?
So first I can take LHS equal to
Yes, yes. Okay,
7.
then
Now
next.
start with LHS.
Yeah, all right. So tell
Then
me.
use base changing theorem. So
Where you are using
use
base
base
changing
changing
theorem?
theorem and make you will set to the power of log 5 to the base 7 upon log 3 to the base 7.
Yeah, great. So what he has done, he has taken base 7 on this logarithm. Okay. Base changing theorem, log a to the base b is log a upon log b and base is c. So log 3 base 5 can be written as log 3 base 7 upon log 5 base 7. See, why not any other base? Why 7? Why not 2, 4 or like that? Because see, the whole question contains only 3 numbers, 7, 3 and 5. Okay, can you tell me the next step?
Sir, it's log 5 to the base 3.
Log
And
5.
so it's log 5 on log 3.
Oh, sorry. Wait a minute. Yeah. Mistake.
You check the.
Yes. This is log 5 to the base 3. So this will be log 5 upon log 3 and base is 7 here. Now what is the next step?
Then
Yes.
we separate it out. So we have 7 to the power of log 5 to the base 7 whole to the
Yes.
power of 1 upon log 3 to the base 7.
Very good. See, this is the next step because a to the power m by m. If you have anything of this kind, this is exponents, you can write it like this also. Right? A to the power m by n can be written as a to the power m to the power 1 by n. Correct. Now, what is the purpose of writing it like this? Yes.
Then we can use property, I think 3, or which is that a to the
Yeah.
log
I got
a
it.
equals
Yeah,
log 8.
ultimately it should
Yeah.
be 5.
Then becomes
Yes.
5 to the power
This
of 1 upon log 73. Then use reciprocal property.
very good. Good. Absolutely correct. So, see, in the first step, what he has done from here to here, he has used base changing theorem. Okay. So, log 5 base 3 is written as log 5 upon log 3 and base is taken as 7. Then it was of this form a to the power m by n and we can write it like this. So, that is why what is a7, what is m, that numerator of the power and denominator is this. Okay. Now, from here to here, we have used this property a to the power log n base is n, so 5 will come, right? And at the last step you will use the reciprocal result, and according to the reciprocal result 1 upon log 3 base 7, this can be written as log 7 base 3. Fine. And that is what you need to prove. See this, check the solution. If you have any doubt, ask me. So at each step some result is used. First step base changing theorem, second this property of exponent, then this step this property number 4, then here this reciprocal result. So 3 properties of log and then this exponents, this is used in the question. Actually based on this we have one important result. Okay, we have another result that you can remember. Now I also forget what the number is, 7th or 8th, but the result is, or the formula is, now you can directly use it in objective exams. A to the power log b base c is b to the power log a base c. This you can see this question also, the question that we have done right now. When you see LHS and RHS, base is same on both sides, right? Base is 3 there, base is 3 there, just like base is C here. So what exactly is happening? A and B are changing their positions. Just like here it is 7 and 5, in this it is 5 and 7. And this is the proof. But if you want to prove this any other number, if you want to prove this result for any 3 numbers, okay, this will always come true because this is a formula or result. A to the power log b base c equals b to the power log a base c. Now conditions, you remember, log should be defined, so b positive, c positive, like that you have to remember whenever defined. Just wait a minute. we just 2 to the power under root log 3 base 2 equals 3 to the power under root log 2 base 3. Prove this. Try to prove this result. See, let me solve this question for you. Listen. Obviously, this property is not going to be used. If you think it is based on the above result, no, this is totally different. However, based on whatever we have studied, let's start with LHS. 2 to the power log 3 base 2. This is inside square root actually. Okay, the root. You can write it like so. It's one root is so I multiply by root x. So ultimately there is no change, but I can write it as x upon root x, or you can directly understand that root x can be written as x upon root x. So I write it as, this is of the form root x, so I can write it like this. Correct? X is root x is x upon root x. Now, like the previous question, this is of the form a to the power n, which can be written as m to the power 1 by a. I can write it as 2 to the power log 3 base 2, and this is 1 on root log 3 base 2. Now, for previous example, and this value will be 3. This value 3. Why? Since a to the power log n base a is n. That is why. Now you are just one step away from the question. Okay. And why it is so? Because root 1 is 1. So this numerator 1 can be written as root 1, and this is root and denominator root. And 5
Excuse me, sir.
root is
Hello,
just
sir. Your screen stuck.
today there is a lot of network issues. Wait. Is it visible?
No, sir.
Still not visible?
No.
No, sir.
Yes, what about now? Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Listen, I will repeat it again. Listen carefully. We start with left hand side, correct? Then what I told you, what is the first change that I told you that whenever root x is there, okay, root x can be written as x upon root x. Just like suppose you have y and this is root y. If I want you to cancel it or write it in simplest form, you will say that y and root y will get cancelled and root y will remain. So this is of that type only, root x. Root x can be written as x upon root x, correct? First step. Then I told you the next step from here to here. I told you that we will be using this result, a to the power m by n. Okay, a to the power m by n, just like in the previous question. So log 3 base 2, this is taken with 2 and 1 upon root of this is outside. Why we have written it like this? Because there is this property that a to the power log n base a is n. So you can see that this bracket is comparable to a to the power log n base a. So 3 will come and this will be, the power will be 1 upon root. Now in the next step, I have taken 1 inside the root. Why it is so? Because root 1 is 1. So this can be written like this also, because root 1 is 1. And if there is root on both numerator and denominator, we can make a bigger root. Finally, the last step which I have done inside this only, that is reciprocal theorem. What is inside the root? 1 upon log 3 base 2, and what I have written now, log 2 base 3, using reciprocal theorem. And this is your RHS. This is what you need to prove. Is this thing clear? Anyone having any doubt in this question? Actually, with this we have completed logarithm, which is required for your preparation also. Okay, we have revised algebraic identities, we have completed logarithms. Okay, in our next class we will be studying about some exponents, some questions based on exponents, and then we will study about geometry. So all these topics we will be covering. And another thing, there is an exam called KVPY. Okay, there is an exam called KVPY which is conducted for class 11th and 12th students. Okay, so in 11th generally maths of 10th, maths of up to 10th. Okay, and some 11th also comes. So it is better if you pay attention on these kind of things, you will be able to give this exam in a confident way. Okay, that is conducted in the month of November or something. So these kind of questions are asked. So once we complete few more topics, I will start giving you questions from KVPY previous years also, so you can get the idea what kind of questions are asked in that exam. The full form is Kishore Vaigyanik Protsahan Yojana. The name is in Hindi. The short form is KVPY. Okay, it is a scholarship program. Need not to go into detail right now. Okay, but if you are interested, you can just Google it and see what is this exam all about and what kind of scholarships and prizes are there. Okay, regarding syllabus you need not to worry, that we will be doing. Okay, so whatever is taught in the class, revising that is important. Now log I have done in 3 classes, so from day 1 to day 3, whatever I have taught you, it should be on your tips. These 10 formulae questions, based on that revise them again and again. Okay, that is your homework. Fine, so this is it for today. Okay, now see you on next turn. Okay, till then take care. Bye bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.